We finally got our hands on the Epstein court documents, and we've been going through them all day, 944 pages. As soon as they came out during this program last night, we started going through them right after the show. And I will tell you, to me, it's somewhat of a dud. There's some salacious allegations in here. We'll go through some of them. But in the end, it did not satisfy my appetite for the rich and famous and mostly the Democrats that I wanted to see inside these documents hung out to dry. Most importantly, I think, though, for all of us, we breathe a sigh of relief. Not that we really were worried about anything, but Donald Trump, free and clear. You know, some people use the word exonerate. I don't like using the word exonerate because he was never accused of anything with Epstein. We never thought there was anything there. But there was this exchange because I think attorneys were going on a fishing expedition. And it basically reads here, this is the first one. Donald Trump questioning one of the witnesses. Did you ever see Donald Trump at Jeffrey's home? Not that I can remember, she answers. On his island? Not that I can remember. In New Mexico? No, not that I can remember. In New York? Not that I can remember. There were a couple other cases where they were asking about Donald Trump and everything came out no. It almost seemed as if they were really trying to fish. There was one part of the questioning where they said, who's the most famous person that you saw? Just they're hoping that they would name some names here. But though there were no real smoking guns, there were some salacious allegations. Of course, Bill Clinton was the one that was getting the most news. As you can see, Bill Clinton with Epstein there on your screen. This is from the Epstein documents, basically saying that Bill Clinton likes him young. Did Jeffrey ever talk to you about Bill Clinton? He said one time that Clinton likes them young, referring to girls. Is that a big surprise for any of us? No, of course it's not. I don't know what it is about Democrat presidents that all seem to be disgusting dirtballs. Bill Clinton is one of them. Joe Biden clearly is another one. The allegations about Prince Andrew, we had heard these before, but then that was spelled out in the documents as well. And the allegations about Prince Andrew was that he had an underage orgy. If you can believe it. I know it's a family show. Sorry for mentioning it, but this is what it reads. Epstein forced Jane Doe 3 to have sexual relations with was a member of the British royal family, Prince Andrew. Jane Doe 3 was forced to have sexual relations with this prince when she was a minor in 3 separate geographical locations, in London, in New York, and on Epstein's private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands, in an orgy with numerous other underage girls. Epstein instructed Jane Doe number 3 that she was to give the prince whatever he demanded and required Jane Doe number 3 to report back to him on the details of the sexual abuse. Now, one of the things that I found when researching this story and the Stinchfield crew found when researching this story is you had to be really careful of fakes. There's AI ramifications. There were fake documents. I mean, I could tell you Stephen Hawking, it doesn't look good for him, but there was allegations flying around as if it was true that he liked to have sex with midgets, of all things. No, turns out that was totally fake, and you had news outlets running with that information. He did say, though, this about Stephen Hawking, and I'll read that. Ghislaine Maxwell trying to disprove claims by Epstein's accuser. This was Jeffrey Epstein trying to disprove the claims that Hawking participated in an underage orgy set up by Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein says you can issue a reward to any of Virginia's friends, acquaintances, family that come forward and help prove her allegations are false. The strongest is the Clinton dinner and the new version in the Virgin Islands that Stephen Hawking participated in an underage orgy. So there Epstein was trying to help Hawking out on all of this. The bigger question for me, though, after reading all of this, after watching the documentaries about Jeffrey Epstein, knowing he gets killed in prison, remember, the prison guards fall asleep, the cameras don't work, he's running with the rich and famous, is how? Why? Where did he get his money? millions upon millions of dollars. No one has really been able to explain that to me yet. And then I heard some theories. Yes, they're conspiracy theories, but they were interesting. One was that he worked for the CIA, that Jeffrey Epstein was running a CIA honeypot, okay? Would you put it past the CIA of today's government that is literally out there persecuting American citizens? I wouldn't.